That's right. We're doing sports talk. Okay, here it is. We're doing the HasanAbi sports talk of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, last night was an absolute barn burner of a fight. I would say that the title card and the entire card across the board left much to be desired. Not exactly the most interesting fights. Valentina all the way from Kyrgyzstan showed excellent grappling technique. Fantastic fight overall to finally end the triple battle sequence that took place. That's right. Turns out the closer you are to Russia, the better you are at fighting, no matter what. That's right. The Kyrgyz fighter won last night, and so did the Georgian. Last night, the UFC 306 Ultimate Fighting Championship fights were as the main event, the bantamweight title fight between Sean O'Malley and Merab Dvalishvili. The women flyweight was the co-main event between Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko coming in from Kyrgyzstan, also Peruvian as well. Kendrick Lamar was in the building, according to the UFC. According to ESPN Plus, he was not. It was just a different black guy. Apparently, a famous boxer, as a matter of fact, who was mistaken for Kendrick Lamar for no fucking reason other than the fact that the UFC is incredibly racist. The Brian Ortega-Diego Lopez was actually probably the most interesting fight, even though it was the featherweight fight where Diego Lopez absolutely destroyed Brian Ortega. Yeah, I didn't see the rest of them. I only watched Diego Lopez, Brian Ortega, and the Shevchenko fight and the Merab fight. USB cards are pure garbage to watch. Fall off imminent. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of, all the fights were kind of ass. Sean O'Malley is supposed to be a goddamn knockout merchant, and he could not utilize his additional range. He could not find a single opening. Merab Dvalishvili absolutely destroyed Sean O'Malley on takedowns, even though he was not exactly a great grapple fighter himself. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, what Merab actually won on was cardio. I've never seen a guy refuse to put his hands down just the entire time. And you saw it in the actual stats as well. By the fourth round, Merab had made 71 attempts at 71 strikes, as opposed to the 20 strikes that came from Sean O'Malley. Merab seemingly had endless amounts of stamina. Let's see your hand accessory, King. Dude, it was crazy. What is happening? I'm so scared right now. I'm just giving you guys like my analysis of what I watched last night. Shit was crazy. Dvalishvili is like a jitterbug all night. Yeah, he just test that guy, bro. He was crazy. You reading from a script? No, I'm reading Top Dome. The sphere had AI CGI, really? Oh, Dvalishvili. Saying his ass shit was crazy. No, I think the fights, like, for Sugar Sean O'Malley, he needed a first round knockout. Many of his, he's a knockout merchant. He was looking for a first round knockout, and Merab Dvalishvili did not give him a single opening in the first round. And then obviously after that, he just kept tiring him out with those chokes. He just kept tiring him out, taking his legs out over and over again as he put him on the ground, refusing to let up even for a brief moment, even when they're doing their stand-up game where Sean O'Malley was supposed to thrive. I like Merab. He seems relatively wholesome for a UFC fighter. Bro, he's got no riz. He's got no aura. He was like, I am normal guy. Like, he's got no fucking riz. He doesn't have like the Patty style, or I mean, dude, every single one of the Dagestani fighters are insane. Like, they are, obviously they're insanely good at fighting, but they're also insanely telegenic. Like, they all know English, and so does Merab, by the way, obviously. They're very smart. They know how to fucking be UFC fighters. They know how to be UFC fighters. They know what they need to do. They know that, like, they need to learn English so that they can talk shit, Merab literally hired a Sugar Sean lookalike during the build-up to the fight. No, I know Merab's not Dagestani. I'm just talking about, oh my God, you guys are so fucking ass. I know he's from Georgia, bro. He's got a literal Georgia tattoo. Holy fuck, you guys are so annoying. He has a tattoo of Georgia on his chest. I know he's Georgian. I was talking about how the Dagestani fighters, as opposed to Merab, are very charismatic. Merab, on the other hand, it was not very charismatic. He seems like a very wholesome dude. He's too wholesome. He's like, I'm just normal guy. I'm just normal guy. I work hard every day. I'm just normal guy. Has there been a day in the past 3 months where Chad hasn't been crazy annoying? Yeah. Merab's best friend, Al Jamin, compared the eating cat story to the Me Too movement. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means. But what I do know one thing, okay? I do know one thing, which is never look to a fucking dude who gets hit in the head for a living for political advice, okay? I don't know why you would ever do that. I don't understand why anyone would be like, oh, you know that fucking animal? Like that actual animal, like the person who has basically trained himself to be feral, okay? To be professionally a feral animal. I need to know what he has to say. I need to know complex thoughts coming out of that man, okay? It's not an accident. It's not an accident that the longer fighters operate, with like some notable exceptions, the longer fighters operate in the UFC especially, the weirder their takes start getting, okay? Because you got to get a lot of CTE to basically get to that point to begin with. Did you film the pod already? Yeah, we filmed the pod on Friday night. Khabib's little cousin Umar is next for the title fight against Merab. Umar will fuck him up and Merab tries to avoid him. What do you think about him? Yeah, I think that if your last name is Nurmagomedov, you're probably a good fighter. That's what I think.